been trying to stop the wave, but the wave don't stop. Ho! Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice.
We got a little care package today.
That's right. This episode is sponsored by Hunnies Chicken.
Yeah, man.
You know, and that bag is heavy, so I'm pretty sure they took care of us.
Mike O'Neill, you're crazy, man.
Yeah.
I told you it was just us two, you know, but I appreciate, man, this.
I think he thought that we had an army in here.
Gotcha. Logo and everything.
Yeah.
So we definitely got a couple different sandwiches in here.
What's going
This
on?
is little chicken waffles.
Chicken
You guys can see
waffles.
this.
Get
Yeah,
out of
I
here.
like that. I like that.
I didn't even know they had that. So
right here, Hunnies chicken sandwich.
yeah, chicken waffles with bacon.
Bro, this
Insane.
looks
I don't know. I don't
this
even know if
looks
my body's
nice.
gonna be able to handle that right now.
next level.
Let's see what this is all about. Wow. There's a lot of chicken on here. This is not dry at all.
Hunnies chicken, bro.
Wow.
Chick-fil-A got competition. I don't know what it is. It's buffalo sauce, it's hot sauce they have. It's probably all in-house. Like, I love spicy shit, but
Perfect amount of crunch on the batter. The sauce is really good. You got the pickles, got the coleslaw.
Yeah.
I also want to mention, usually when you eat a sandwich like this, what falls apart? The bread, right?
it's not falling apart.
Not falling apart at all. It's keeping it together.
It's usually messy,
Mhm.
dripping everywhere.
Wow.
Guys, thank you again for this.
Yeah, thank you
I've
so
been-
much.
I've been saving my appetite for this. Hunnies crispy chicken, Grubhub. You know, check out their Instagram.
That's right.
A lot of big things coming from them. You know, Mike O'Neill, thank you again.
Yeah,
man.
thanks
I
for
appreciate
looking up,
that,
Mike.
bro.
You're the man.
Talk to me nice.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. I'm Rob.
And I'm Cristiano.
Tonight we got my guy, Dev, in the building, pulled up on this. You know, obviously this isn't an ideal, podcast. I wish we could have linked up in person for this one. This is an episode I've been looking forward to. But, Dev, I appreciate you pulling up, man.
No, I appreciate you guys having me, man. It's super dope, man. I've been watching every single episode of the podcast. Like, it's just honestly, I can't even believe it. This is dope, man. I appreciate y'all.
Man, nah, definitely. Dev, real quick before we start jumping into everything, why don't you just, for the people out there, for my followers, Chris's followers that don't really know you, kind of just give a little background on who you are, where you're from, stuff like that.
Yeah. So I grew up in South Jersey, born and raised down there, about 15 minutes away from Atlantic City, in a town called Galloway. And yeah, I went to high school there, went to college there. Once I graduated, I actually found my first full-time job in Philly, which is what made me move out here. And then after that, I kind of did that just, full-time gig. And, I realized I wasn't getting the most out of it. So, I found out my buddy Jose from HQ reached out to me. He was like, yo, man, you're one of those people I feel like could be a host. Like, you want to try it out? I was like, I guess why not? It's always been on my bucket list. So I was like, screw it. So I kind of went from back and forth doing my full-time IT gig to being a host at HQ. And that was about, almost 2 years ago. So I did that, did that gig and I kind of grew from that. And then I found myself working for Glue Hospitality. So now I'm a VIP host at Glue Hospitality. So I do Vesper Center City, Vesper Day Club, Late in the Swan. We got a ton of different little companies going. But yeah, man, I mean, it's super dope. I've always been one of those people that just has multiple grinds. So I still do my full-time gig now. I'm a IT consultant. So I either, travel the country, help huge companies with IT development. And then on the weekends, I come back and I party and basically just help people party. That's it. That's, just keep doing something, man. Just keeping my mind stimulated. I'm one of those people, I just always need something to do.
Yeah.
Man, and ever since, just living in Philly now, I love it here, bro. Never moved back.
And you said you went to college, Dev? What college?
I went to Stockton in South Jersey. Yeah.
Okay.
Small little school in Galloway, just super small, super tight. Like, you were one of those people, if you were popular, you kind of knew everybody and everybody knew you.
Right.
It was like high school, like, for the second time. It was crazy. But it was dope, man. Yeah, it was a great time. Definitely some of the best times of my life, for sure.
Nice.
How's quarantine life been treating you, man? I know this is a weird time for us, especially
Yeah.
being in this industry. So, we were going into a summer, spring where, we were about to start turning things up a different, a different level. And, now we've been confined to stay home. So,
I
how's
know.
quarantine treating you? You still been staying active, staying busy?
Yeah, man. It's just, I've been trying to stay as busy and productive as possible. Like I said, man, I'm one of those people, I just need to keep doing something. And so once, I found out my weekends being a host were kind of gone indefinitely, I was like, I need to do something. And I mean, don't get me wrong. The first few weeks I was relaxed and chilling, just definitely taking the time to just take the break. But man, I had to keep, I've been trying to go out and go on runs and stuff, been working out in the crib, trying to stay active, cooking a lot, trying to cook up some stuff, trying to do stuff that I never really ever did before. It's kind of like, this is the only time the world is ever going to stop spinning. So you might as well just take advantage of it, man.
Right.
But, I jump back into stocks a lot, really heavy, which is kind of what.
That's one thing. That's one thing that doesn't stop spinning.
Yeah.
Doesn't stop spinning, man. That's the one thing that doesn't stop spinning. And the whole world can stop spinning. Your jobs can stop spinning, but the stock market will always continue to go on. Doesn't matter,
Yeah.
It's just always going. So,
Yeah,
man. And so, I was like, I had to get back into it. I was like, I love just making money. I love doing different things to make money. And it's like one of those things, it's like, you can sit here in your house and make money if you're doing it the right way. Like if you're just being strategic and, like actually want to create some wealth for yourself, like sit there and learn about this stuff. And I guarantee it, you will get something out of it,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's just, a couple bucks or you get, a lesson out of it, man. It's just honestly, it's a great thing. It's great.
Right. Yeah, it seems like a really good opportunity and a really good time to jump into stocks.
Yeah.
It's something that I, never really got into fully, but I was never ignorant about it. I always want to learn about it, want to kind of like, eventually get involved with it. And during the quarantine, I would see a lot of your stories, a lot of your posts, and it started catching my eye, and plus I follow people like Gary Vee or Joe Rogan, and I watch a lot of their stuff, and they're dumping a lot of money into the stock market right now, so
Yeah.
it's it's at a low point for certain things, and it's a good opportunity, because this isn't going to be the world forever, things are going to come up. So yeah, man, I reached out to you and you educated me on a few things, and bro, I started making a couple $100 just within a small couple week window.
Yep.
And that's all from tips and advice and education that you gave me. And bro, when we were talking, I was like, dude, this is something that people need to learn. People need to know about.
100%, man.
So now now we're seeing everything unfold during this quarantine, and bro, the money pack, that account that you got up, that name, the brand, the logo, dude, that's serious shit right there, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I mean, it was just like, I'm one of those people that I just have to keep growing and adapting to the times. And it's like, and especially, part of what I do is being in nightlife, and that whole industry is just basically cut off, and we don't really know when it's going to come back. And that, not only does that hurt me, but I know it hurts all my friends and everyone I know that I'm so close to, and that they use that as like their primary income.
Yeah.
It really bothered me because it's like, it's like some people don't have a savings. They don't have any clue what their 5-year plan is, their 10-year plan is, like, and I love everyone I work with, but it's like, I wish some people actually had those things in place. And, that's what kind of brought me to the money pack. Was I was like just seeing, not even just nightlife people, but a lot of people just on Facebook, just like complaining about their unemployment checks and stimulus checks. And it's like, I didn't even get a stimulus check. I didn't even get an unemployment check. It's just, I am adapting to the times willingly. So not only did I have a savings before, but I'm trying to use my time to learn something new, to continue to keep growing, keep adapting, trying to make more money, trying to do whatever I can to keep, staying afloat. Cause I got goals, man. I got a 5-year goal. I want to reach it, and I will do it regardless of the coronavirus or not, So yeah, I mean, the money pack is essentially it's a community. It's a pack. It's a community of people and anywhere from any type of industry. It's truly just an open community of all types of investors, real estate entrepreneurs, business entrepreneurs, financial advisors, whatever, you can name it. Like anybody that has, we want everybody.
People who are money driven. Yeah.
Yeah. We want the people that know that stuff too. So we can all connect and we can all help each other out. So it's just a giant community where you can come together, learn something new. And, it may not have to necessarily be about stocks. It could be like, you're buying your first house, Rob, right? And you don't know anything about the interest rates or mortgages or, you don't know how to get, like the proper path to buying a house. The money pack is essentially there to link up with other people that may have already done that, and they can help you through that process the right way, so you don't make mistakes in the future doing that stuff.
Right.
So not only is it just for stocks, but it's for everything. It's honestly just about finance. It's about generating. It's about creating your financial foundation. It's about generational wealth. Like, it's like, why is that not a topic? If you're not talking with your friends or your family about generational wealth, creating that, establishing it and having it, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you working every single day?
Yeah.
You gotta have an end goal, man. And if you're just working like a zombie, man, you're not gonna get anywhere, bro. So
Yeah.
So essentially, you're telling me that the money pack is a way of life. It's a lifestyle.
it's a lifestyle.
It's
It's a lifestyle, man. It's a brand. It's a lifestyle. It's something you live. It's something that reminds you, put you in that mindset. So every day you wake up, you get those notifications on your phone from that group. Now, you know that you got to reach your goal. You have some sort of goal, whether it's something finance related, or it's a life goal like buying a house or something like that. Even getting your taxes done. There's a taxes group in there now too. So I'm looking for an accountant, maybe someone that's a credible accountant that can be in there, that can give advice on that stuff. Like, I don't think everybody knows how to just do their taxes by themselves. And I'll tell you, man, TurboTax isn't the best way to do it. So
Yep.
everyone to be able to grow from this, like be able to have a knowledge base, a center, somewhere where everybody can go get free knowledge and eat, bro. That's all it is,
Right. Now, talking about somewhere for everybody to go, what is your platform of choice to educate the people? Now, I saw a link in your Instagram that I went to today, and it was the first time me ever seeing Discord. I heard about it before, but never explored it. I was on your link today for a bit. It was my first time on Discord. I like it. I like how it's, organized, and how you have different, categories of different rooms. Now, is that going to be your main platform where you educate people on things?
Yeah, I think, essentially, I mean, the brand is so fresh right now. I mean, I'm definitely venturing out into so many different things, trying to make it as, easily accessible to everybody. But the reason I chose Discord is because, it's a super nerdy WhatsApp that basically you create a group or a channel in there, and then within the channel you can do categories. So nobody ever has to leave the channel. You can stay in the channel and then find these different categories and different basically different groups within those categories to get you wherever you want to be. And especially with investing and trading, there's so many different things to learn. So if you're a beginner and you go into a group, you don't go into a group me or a WhatsApp and have a giant group of all these different things going on. You want something organized.
Yep.
Right. So Rob, you're a beginner trader, and now you want to learn, more about option trading. You can hit the option group and you can see everything option trading.
Yeah.
Right? Or you want to see maybe, books about trading. You want to learn more about resources and books about trading. There's a books and resources group, right? I wanted it to be one click, you're there. You're not sitting there scrolling around looking for stuff. It's easy,
Yeah.
And that's why I like Discord, because it's super, super organized.
Yeah. It was very, very fluid, easy to get around the stuff. I saw the books and resources thing. It's pretty cool that people can just put one of their books that they recommend or whatever. So yeah, a lot of knowledge already without really asking for it. It was there.
It's there, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly how I wanted to come off, man. I wanted people to just join it, super easy, find what you're looking for, and learn off of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're gonna join the group and add nothing to it, it's probably not a group for you. You know, it's not a group for answers. I'm not putting lottery tickets in there. I'm not putting, ways to, like I'm not putting what I'm trading in there. I'm gonna give you positions and things like that, but I want to empower people to do it themselves. Like, it's all out there. All the information's out there on the internet. If I can do it, everybody else can too. It's not hard, man. It's definitely not hard.
Yeah, what's that one saying go? It's like, give the man a fish and they're asking for more tomorrow, but if you teach them to fish,
yeah,
then they'll know
Yep.
lifetime. So it's something
Forever,
like that. You gotta give people the tools, before they start it. It's not a lottery ticket at all. I feel like people gotta understand going into it, there's risk and there's rewards, but it's also a strategic thing as well.
Absolutely, man.
You want to put money into things that kind of make sense to you,
Right.
instead of just throwing money anywhere. But
Absolutely. I think of it almost like a virtual world where you can kind of go in. It's like, instead of buying Nike hoodies, you go in and you buy Nike stock, and that Nike stock will get you somewhere. There's a return on investment on that. There's not a return on investment on this.
right.
I bought
This might have a return on investment, but
with that one.
You'll get a better one through the stock market. That's for sure.
I grabbed some stock in DraftKings when they went public, and then
man, solid company.
UFC has been doing these pay-per-view fights, with no fans, and people are able to, bet on the fights and do the gambling and stuff like that. And my friends gamble a lot, and I tell them, yo, use DraftKings, guys. Everybody who's gambling, use DraftKings.
It's crazy. It's definitely one of the most like low-key profitable ones right now, because like there's still some sports in different countries going on. So if you're really like a super gambler and you want to bet on like ping pong in Russia, you can do that. It's just crazy. It's crazy. So that's definitely one of my number ones, man. DraftKings. I made some money on DraftKings for sure.
Nice. Yeah, bro. I saw, just like probably like a week ago or so, it looked like the first step into the Money Pack brand was you and one of your, your friends moderating this live stream or Instagram live. It looked like it was a good success. Is that something that you guys are going to, venture into doing more, maybe more video, stuff like that?
I definitely want to do more like live seminars. I thought that was super. Like I got so much love after that. Like a lot of people called me, thanking me. It was like, it honestly felt so good to be able to give back to people, like, and just have them learn something new like that. And a lot of people were really just there to learn the process, like watching a whole live from start to finish. Like we were on for like an hour and a half. And for someone that I may not even know, be sitting there watching the live, learning stuff like that stuff, like really touches me, because it's like, yo, there's really people out here that really just want to learn and they don't have the means to, or they don't have any clue where to start, and I thought it was super helpful, man. Like once I posted one of my return on investments, like so many people hit me up. They were like, what is this? How do you do this? Like they didn't even know what investing was. Like it blows my mind how many people had no idea about that stuff. Like it's crazy. You have a 401k, you have money in stocks. Like you have money in stocks regardless, like whether you know it or not,
right?
It's in stocks. And you'll see year after year, it's just going like this, because the money that's in your 401k is invested in ETFs, which are essentially, I mean, there's all different types of ETFs, but some of them, depending on what 401k you have, they're invested in all large mainstream companies, or they're invested in, specific companies that are always trending up, right? You got companies like Apple, Tesla. They're never going to die. Like it's almost like a no-brainer for you to invest.
Yeah.
No-brainer, And your bank account's never going to give you that. You got $100 in your bank account, or you got some sort of savings in your bank account. You're not going to get any percent of return on that in a year, versus the stock market. I think you started with like $150, right, Rob, or something like that.
Yeah. And I reached around a little over 300, maybe like $320, and that was within probably like a 3-week span.
Yeah.
I spread money around, to a few different companies, but I was just surprised, man. And seeing the returns, I'm like, man, I want to keep learning more, because I know that, there's heavier, blue chip stocks out there that's like
Absolutely
more of a hit.
Yeah.
But it's
and
also,
if you're one of those people that are like super safe, maybe you got a whole family, you can't really risk your money. It's like you can put your money in long-term stocks. Like it's still better than a bank account. Stocks only go up, and especially like a pandemic right now, where the entire economy died. Like everything's at a discount. Like it's almost like I wish I had more money to put in this.
yeah.
Because it's like a no-brainer. It's easy.
To me, it's something about the small, cheaper stocks out there that I feel like it's probably harder to find.
Yeah.
But that they have high potential, and then if they hit that, I feel like it's kind of almost harder to find those versus just like, okay, Amazon or Tesla,
Right.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, for sure, you could definitely see a nice return. I mean, look at Shopify. Shopify
Huge.
went up like 300% in a month.
That's another company that'll just continue to go up, man. It just everything, especially after the coronavirus, is like things are gonna start moving to inside, virtual, online. Like as sad as it is, it's like that's just what the future kind of holds for the most part. It's like might as well get into companies like that. They're gonna do well.
So how long would you say you've been trading for, Dev?
I probably started when I was like 17 or 18 years old. Just like get my toes wet. I probably threw like $100 in there and just kind of saw what it did, just to see. I kind of treated it almost like a lottery ticket back then. Like, yo, if I put it in the stock, maybe it'll go up like crazy. But I didn't know anything about it,
Yeah.
And once I got to college, I took an actual stock market class, which just like to kind of make me better at it, learn more about it. And that's where it like reignited the whole thing for me. So I started there, probably played with $1,000, $2,000 then. And I kind of lost all of it. I didn't know what the hell I was still doing. So I failed so many times. I failed at like failure after failure. I joined little groups like that you had to pay $25 for to sit in those groups, and they just throw you like free stocks to make money in. But it's like, you're not doing a research.
Yeah.
Guy in there is telling you what stocks to buy, but how credible is that guy?
Right.
He may not even be buying those stocks. He might just be telling you them just to make sure he's making his $25 a month off his 100 people, right? And there's a lot of people out there like that. They have these groups. They're like, yeah, $30, $25 a month, and I'll show you what I'm investing in, or I'll give you free calls or free stocks that'll make you money. No, it doesn't work like that, man. You got to do it yourself. You got to learn it yourself. I see all these Forex things on Instagram all the time. Like people are like, oh, join my Forex seminar. It's it's like a pyramid scheme, man. You join their link, you pay them $50 to learn Forex, and then that's it. Like that's it. Like they take your $50 and then they don't really help you, or that's all bullshit, bro. If you want to learn it, go on the internet and learn it the right way, or join the money pack. All that in there, Yeah.
I think the biggest thing for the money pack, one of the biggest thing is going to be, just how comfortable and like, family oriented it's going to feel for people who don't have no experience, or for people who don't have anyone in their circle to talk about stuff like this.
Yeah.
So where they could just come in, they could just read what people are talking about, or they could just, genuinely be in a group with amateur traders.
Absolutely.
Just feel comfortable, discussing certain stuff.
Yeah. Like I said, it's a community. It's a community. It's a pack. That's why the symbol's a wolf, because, a wolf pack stays together regardless, right? Like they will always stay together. They're just one of the most loyal animals out there. So it's like the same way with this is like the pack stays together. They're always helping each other. Especially in a time like this, man, where people are struggling, people are not doing well. I kind of really wanted to create it to like shine light into people's lives. It's like you may not be doing well financially, but join this and it's free. It's not like I'm asking for money. I'm not doing it for a monetary reason. I'm doing it for I'm doing the right thing. That's all. So it's like you join it, you learn, And hopefully you learn something good out of it. And if you don't, I'm sure there'll be something in there for you to learn. There has to be. We're trying to structure it to the point where there are so many things that you can learn. If stocks aren't for you, then I got financial advisors that'll show you how to put your money in an IRA the right way. So you can start growing your money, and by the time you retire, you have money saved up from your IRA. Or you talk to an advisor about a savings plan. Maybe you're not good at saving money. Maybe you don't know how to save money. You make this much money and you just somehow blow it every month. The one biggest thing I took away from my financial advisor was treat your savings like a bill, right? Like it's knocking on your door every month. Like, yo, Dev, you owe $250 to your savings regardless. If you're not, you shouldn't have bought them Yeezys. You should have saved that $250 and you should have put it in your savings account. Regardless, you got to put it in that savings account.
Yeah.
Right.
My mom used to say, like, you got to pay yourself. It's like you're paying yourself. You're investing in yourself. It's the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. A lot of people say, like, have a rainy day fund, all that stuff. It's like, have that rainy day fund, but don't put it in a bank account, man. I'm telling you, like, that's the worst thing you could do. Like, put it in the right stocks or put it in an IRA or something long-term where you're going to get a better return on investment. There's even life insurance policies out there, right? So you have a life insurance policy that takes out a certain amount every month, right? Essentially what happens is, say something does happen to you, obviously that money will be, saved up and go to your family. Or what happened is, say you get to an age and you want to start pulling money out of that life insurance, you can pull it out at a higher rate of interest on there. So you'll make more money in the long term just putting it in a life insurance policy. Who would have thought, right? You're investing in yourself. You're investing in your life.
Yeah. Doing
that. But you're going to still make money out of it even if you never have to use it. So those are just some things you got to think about, man. I mean, it's like the earlier you get into this stuff, the earlier you can get out of working. The earlier you don't have to worry about these things. Like, you don't have to worry about it when you're 50 years old. Like, damn, right. I had an IRA. I wish I did this when I was younger. There should be no regret, man. Yeah. Risk over regret.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
100%. Now the money pack's going to be great, man. I fully stand by it. I fully support it. Not even the fact that you're my friend, but it's just the fact that you're doing the right thing. There's nothing, shady behind it. You're not asking for any money. You're not even giving people an exact, investment to put their money into. You're kind of just, trying to show people the ways, man.
Yeah.
So that's important.
I mean, I'm in there. I was waiting for something like this. I feel like I was waiting to be a part of something that was in this area. I met some people in the past that maybe told me a thing or two, but it was never like this, like a community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just think that a lot of people then, they're so caught up in their lives, or maybe, I always have good intentions about everything that I do. So it's like, I felt like it was just time for it, especially in the time right now. You're at home, you're not doing too much. Maybe you just, you binge on a TV show. It's like, why don't you binge on reading a book or being more active or learning about stuff like this, man? It's just like, and now it's kind of a cool, fun way to do it. People be bullshitting in there, talking about what money they're making, what they're in, what books to read. Like, that stuff excites me. So, and the thing is, if it doesn't excite you, it'll weed out those people. I know there's people in there now, they're just looking for free answers, but it's not what it is, right? It's just a community to help each other. And that's all it's about. It's like, it's all about helping each other, man. Like, especially in a time like this, it's just, that's all we can do. It's bigger than us, Rob. Like you say it yourself, bro. It's bigger than us. And it really is bigger than us,
Yeah, sure, bro.
We got YouTube videos coming, man. I want to start, eventually as it goes on. The YouTube videos will come. Definitely start, like, maybe interviewing the people that already are, like, my buddy's already a full-time day trader, man. He makes tons of money doing this. I have a buddy who does real estate. That's what he does, like, full-time. Flips houses, makes millionaire at this point, like, just doing that, started from absolutely nothing it's a whole success story, and it's out there. It's not like it's on the internet. I know people that do this. They're millionaires off this stuff. Like, it's real. It's not some shit on Instagram or, YouTube videos where you just see these people. Like, it's out there. So you can do it too. It's not far away, man. It's not far away.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be exciting to watch unfold, bro. I'm looking forward to it, man, and it's gonna be a fucking journey, bro.
Yeah,
But
I'm super excited, man.
yeah, that's the current situation you got working right now.
Yeah.
But how I met you was through nightlife. How
Yeah.
Cristiano met you was through nightlife. Um, you talked earlier how you came from Atlantic City. Now you're at Vesper. Two completely different markets, man. You got a destination spot to a bit of a smaller, but Philly's been up and coming. How do you feel about working in Philly nightlife? At the moment before all this happened.
It's definitely different, man. It's definitely different. You come from a super club like HQ. You have a nightclub, a beach club. There's thousands of people, all over the country that come to that place. It was definitely it was a very rewarding experience. I'm very grateful for it. I had a great time. I met some of my clients I met there. I mean, I'm still friends with them. Like, it's crazy, But yeah, man, I mean, Philly's super dope too, man. It's super homey. Like, all the people in nightlife are like a family here, not to say in AC, it's kind of like that too, but here it's like, it's bigger than that. Like, it's really a family. Like,
It is.
really struggling, I could hit up the people from Vesper and they would pick up the phone, or like same with you guys, you know what I mean? Like, you guys would pick up the phone. Like, it's crazy,
Yeah.
I think like in AC, it's kind of like, you're out there. You're a wolf in the woods, man. Like, you have to get out there and eat. And if you're not eating, you're not.
Yeah.
You don't belong there.
The table. You gotta bring food to the table, bro.
You have to bring food to the table. Here, it's a lot smaller, so it's a lot more easier to conduct it and be a part of it.
So did you feel like the transition from AC to Philly was easier since you already had that beast of a resort casino club under your belt? Do you think it was a little easier, or do you think it was harder because you're not dealing with the same clientele that you built up?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was pretty easy. I think because I already had lived in Philly, it was already a good help. But I had such a big book of people I met. I was super organized out there. I kept every single person that was ever my client. I have their phone number, their email, everything. So it was an easy transition for me because I was organized. So when I moved out here, I let all them people know that I'm in Philly now. So they need anything in Philly, they can hit me up, right?
Yeah.
So automatically, a percentage of those people were already from Philly. So it was easy to have that clientele. But I already had some friends out here. I knew kids that were still in college out here that helped me out. I could say it was a dope and easy transition overall. It wasn't anything crazy, to be honest.
Right. Yeah, man. It looked like you guys had a killer winter. Definitely had a different team, Vesper.
Yeah.
And you guys crushed it. Shout out to Jay, Mark Bruce, Christos, all you guys. You guys really look like you made some noise this winter.
Yeah, man. Crushing it, man. It's just, and that's the thing I like about Philly too, because AC is like dead in the winter. Like, nothing happens out there. Nobody wants to go to a boardwalk and a beach out there and go to you got people in the casino, but it's not like the summer, man. The summer out there is like, there's nothing that touches it, other than Miami or Vegas, but this is the East Coast Vegas.
That, yeah, for sure.
But I was super excited for for things to start up here. I took a break from drinking and everything, bro, like, just to get my mind right, to get ready for this summer, because I was like ready to just jump into the day club, get it all going, man. But things happen. You can't let it set you back. Just got to keep moving forward. And so that's just what it is, man. Just we'll be back soon. There's no, not tripping over it, but
yeah, got
to make the best of what we can right now.
Yeah, I feel you guys are so established before the quarantine happened that usually just pick up right where you left off. Michael, you got a great team over there. Before meeting you, meeting you in the nightlife, I didn't know much about you other than that this was what you do as a job, and you always seem, humble, grounded, and just from hearing, nightlife, you hear things throughout other, people and other clubs, but I always heard that you were just a very hospitable person. You always provided, excellent hospitality. You treated people well. I think that goes a long way. So that obviously,
Absolutely, man. It's created a network for me. It's given me some of the friends that I'll literally be friends with forever at this point. It's like it's honestly, it's probably the most. It's definitely one of the most. I'm so grateful for it, to be honest. I'm so grateful to be a part of nightlife, and it's one of those things that even if I ever have to exit from it, it's like one of those things I always have my foot in, regardless, just to help out. I just love it, man. I love the culture. I love the people. There's always drama and things like that, but when everybody's just got their head together and working together and shows that unity, there's nothing better than that. Like being at Johnny Walker Lounge on a Sunday with all nightlife people.
I know, right?
No one else. Like, there's nothing that touches that, man. Like,
the industry parties just hit. Like,
yeah, man. Like, I can be partying with my day one friends, but it's nothing like partying like with nightlife people, bro.
I know.
Just, man, I miss those days. Like, seriously.
They were awesome because everybody would just come together from like 3-4 different nightclubs. Just, you never see that stuff, and it's fire. It was fun as shit, man. Definitely.
Yeah, man.
I was gonna ask you, like, what's one of the first things you're looking to do, after the quarantine, after the popcorn, bro?
I would say travel, but it's also like, I think I'm gonna wait a bit before doing all that stuff. I'm just gonna treat it like normal, man. I'm gonna be ready to go back to work. Like like I said, man. Before this, I was 7 days a week, almost 8 days a week, and even now with the other things that I'm trying to keep my head in, it's still 7 days a week. So when I get back, man, it's just right back on track, man. Like for me, I just don't like to stop. It's how it is for me.
Did you have any trips planned that got canceled?
Yeah, this was actually, so it's crazy actually you say that, because this was the year where I was actually going to take a break from things, like slow it down a bit. I moved to Philly. I took my host job at Vesper, and it was like, it's a lot more laid back here. Like AC, forget about taking a day off, man. Like, you have to grind. You got to eat. You got to sell them tables. And if you sell them tables, you got to be there to make sure those people are having fun. If they're not, you didn't do your job. So it's like, I never really wanted to take a job. I never wanted to take a day off out there. But here I was like, I could probably cruise a little bit. I had Vegas planned in January for my cousin's bachelor party, which I did end up getting to go to. But March, I was supposed to go to another bachelor party in Amsterdam. That was literally 2 weeks into the quarantine. I was like, damn, bro. I was hoping they would still let us fly out there. Nah. Amsterdam got canceled. And then I had Cancun planned in May and for a wedding. And then June, I was supposed to go to Cali for another wedding. But, man, and then December, DR. And then in the midst of that, me and my buddies were going to plan a trip to Miami again. But
Bro,
happens, bro. It's just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I'm going to travel when this is over, though. I would like to go to a couple spots.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Maybe Florida. I could definitely, like, just go out there. I might even just do it, like, why not, like, now?
yeah.
$6 for a flight. Just get out and, get it.
Rob was just talking about that, going down for like a weekend or something. Grab an Airbnb with a pool.
With a pool, just cruise, man. Just start grilling stuff, just chilling, just that's it.
I'll rent a car. I'll go to Wynwood. I'll have fun in South Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Miami.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff's opening up back there. Like, it's slowly getting there.
I was just talking to my buddy. I actually saw he posted an Instagram story. They were out in Florida at a restaurant. And I was like, oh, are restaurants and bars open? And he was just saying, yeah, but only, 50% capacity, and they're not open until 2 a.m. So, they're definitely looking to get there, and
Getting there.
Hopefully this thing, ends sooner than later, but you got to be prepared for the worst, and you got to
Absolutely.
You got to stay ready, man. Stay ready so you don't have to.
I think, if you're healthy, you're going to be all right. Like I told Rob last night, my mom called me. She was like, my grandmom, she's like 95. She tested positive for COVID. She has no symptoms though.
Oh,
she's
wow.
fine. She's perfectly fine.
That's crazy.
Normal, like nothing different. But like she's in a nursing home, so they just tested everybody. And she wound up testing positive. But like, so initially my mom was like all worried about it, but like the nurse is like, nah, there's nothing to be worried about. There's nothing different with her.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it makes you think like, what the, like,
It could
I
be.
thought it was like elderly,
Yeah, it almost seems like there's just really no answer. Like some people are really going through it, some aren't, some have no symptoms. It's like I don't know, man. But sometimes it's like it's better to say stay safe than sorry. I guess.
Sorry, yeah.
But I'll tell you guys this. If I haven't already. We'll see. We'll all see who's been working and who hasn't been working.
Oh yeah.
When this quarantine's up. When this quarantine's over with, you're going to see people who've been putting it in and taking advantage of this time and strengthening their skill sets, and people who've been bullshitting who are behind. This is a time to get ahead.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's hard. It's hard for people to grasp that, but it really is the time to get ahead. Because this is all you time. This is all me time. This is all time that I have to myself. I'm not distracted. I don't have much distraction, so I could level the fuck up any different way if I choose to. It's just up to you,
Absolutely. I don't knock the people that are using it as a break, as a time for a break, but
yeah,
it's also like it's been a long time, man. So it's like if you're not even using like a third of this entire quarantine to do something productive, like maybe you should think about it. Like we'll never see a pandemic like this in our lives again. Like, hope never. But yeah, like it's two months, a long time. It's a long time, man. Yeah. Whether it's you going outside and getting active, or you picking up a book, man, like you got to do something.
No, I see you got that hoodie on right now. I appreciate you blessing me with coming correct with that hoodie. A lot of people don't.
I had to.
If you know. But what's that hoodie you got on, bro?
It's a Travis Scott, highest in the room, Nike Air Jordan drop. Man, I mean, y'all know how much I fucking love Travis Scott, man. That's just like that's not it can get weird talking about it, but I just love Travis Scott, man. I love everything he's about. I love his music. I just love that he just puts the work in. Like that's it. Like he's been an artist for such a short amount of time, and he has made huge strides. Like he's gonna go down as one of the best performers of one of the best performers of all time.
Best hip hop performers ever.
Like, yo, those concerts are no joke, man. Like they're so lit. So lit.
Travis Scott to me is the definition of being yourself.
Yeah. Yep.
You only come across one Travis Scott every lifetime, one Kanye West every lifetime, one Drake.
Yep.
Stuff like that. You could tell when guys like this pop up, these guys are going to be fucking in it for the long run,
100%.
Yeah, man, Travis Scott.
He's not that typical rapper just wear, like it's just, you can even tell like the stuff he wears. Like he'll wear like a basic t-shirt and then like $2,000 pants. But like he just doesn't care about what anybody thinks of him, right? Like he's got Kylie Jenner. He's got a kid with Kylie Jenner. Like you just can't. There's nothing you can say bad about him. It's just crazy.
He's just himself, man. Like whether it's how he performs is maybe not traditional for some people, but dude, like I've been to his concerts and he's telling security guards like, "Yo, back the fuck
off." Yeah.
Let the kids in. Let the fucking kids rage.
Yep.
Let them have fun. I watched that documentary. The kids are like, they're telling me like his concerts or his festival was like one of the best experiences they ever had.
Oh.
I've been to an Astroworld concert in Philly at Wells Fargo. I saw Drake. I saw The Weeknd. I saw a lot of people live before. I never experienced a better live performance, and I might not ever again experience another thing.
With this, yeah.
That was hands down, I could say, the best live performance I've ever been a part of. The fact that the entire floor had no seats. Everybody was standing. Everybody was raging. You feel like you're at like a fucking rock concert.
Yeah.
Mixed into a rap show. And it's just wild shit, man. And you've been to Astroworld in Houston. And that's like, the top of the top for his shows, bro. And that's definitely one of my, bucket list.
Man.
How was that? How crazy?
Astroworld was so good. I had to go see it 3 times. And I saw it in Philly, I saw it in Brooklyn, and then I went to Houston to the festival, man. And like, for one thing, I will say, man, it's super dope that he does that, because he's literally all the food vendors and every little, like, there's different types of vendors there selling stuff, like whether it's food, clothes, all that, all Houston, like all small businesses in Houston are there. And I met like random people, because at those concerts you could just meet anybody. Like, nobody cares, that nobody judges you. It's all like a giant community. So like, I met people from Canada, the UK, like people flew across the world to see Travis Scott perform in Houston, Texas. Like, it's mind blowing, right? Crazy. They had 2 stages. There was like Pop Smoke, Young Thug, Playboy Cardi, the Migos, Megan Thee Stallion, like all these dope, you know, the Baby, like all these dope artists performing. Like, they all came out. Concert crazy, man. Like,
It's actually like an amusement park too, right? Like,
it was like there was rides. There was like a dope area where you could buy Travis Scott gear. The merch line was like,
bro,
on it.
when I saw Travis at Wells Fargo, the line to get merch was longer than the line to get in the show. It was fucking insane, bro. Insane.
You'll miss the whole concert if you wait in the merch line, like 100%. Yeah.
Is he from Houston?
How much do you value that? Huh?
Is Travis Scott from Houston?
Yeah, he's from Houston.
Okay, so
yeah,
obviously Houston's going to be the main event.
The main hub, man. Like, crazy too. I was when I was getting on my flight, there was like a 50, 60-year-old woman. Like, she just saw me wearing like a Travis Scott hoodie. It just literally said highest on it. It didn't say nothing else. It didn't say like Travis Scott, nothing on it. It said highest, and it had Cactus Jack on the back. And this lady's like, "Oh, are you going to Travis Scott's concert?"
Yeah.
And mind you, she's like an older woman. Like, she's like, "Yeah, I'm from Houston. He's done so much for Houston." Like Astroworld, like the actual amusement park, was like one of those things that when they took it away from Houston, it really hurt Houston. Like, it hurt everybody. And she was one of those people who, when she was younger, she used to hit that amusement park and like go there. She said she shot her first like music video there when she was younger. I was like, yo, this is crazy. It's history.
It's iconic.
That back is like, you got to respect that. Like, that's dope, man. Super dope.
Yeah, you know, if you catch Travis Scott, you know, in his hometown, he's going to fucking put on a show. And bro, Astroworld speaks for itself, man.
It does.
Bringing that experience back. You know, it's just legendary, man. It's going to be something in the history books. You know,
absolutely.
Look down the line and be like, wow, this is, you know, something insane.
Yeah, man. He had the show opened up by Dave Chappelle. Like, Kanye West popped out. Like, that's legendary shit, man. Nobody's doing that stuff. Like, nobody's doing that. Like, there's artists like Drake, The Weeknd, like, they're bigger, I guess, but they still not doing stuff like that. Like, got to give respect where it's due.
Yeah, for sure. Dev, what's like the, you know, what would you say is maybe the biggest piece of advice, you know, you would give someone who, you know, starting out in stocks, you know, starting to trade, you know, who's looking at, you know, doesn't have the resources to the money pack or just anything like that. He's just looking in again the world of trading, you know, and he wants to put his money up in stocks. You know, you got any, you know, a big piece of advice for somebody just starting out, whether it's failures, losses, you know?
Yeah, I would say, like, don't be, you know, I mean, anything you do, right? Like, don't quit after you fail. Like, just because you lose some money here or there doesn't mean you should quit. Like I said, like, I started when I was 17, and I've probably lost a ton before I made more money, you know, but those are the things that I had to go through to learn my mistakes. And like, that's the thing, is like, failures are not failures. They're just learning lessons for you to just get better at what you're doing. So
yeah,
like, the first thing is, don't give up. Always have confidence in what you're doing. Do the research and be patient. The biggest thing is being patient, because a lot of people will chase stuff in here and it'll start turning into gambling if you don't actually be patient and wait. You know, sometimes, like, I'll wait a week before I even do anything. I won't even look at the stock market for a whole week, you know, before like I start making money. So it's not something you have to do every day. If you want to be someone that's making it, an income source, every month, be patient. Find the right days to get into something. Find the right days to get out. Don't be greedy. Take your 20% return on investment, which is better than you're ever going to get anywhere else, and move on to the next thing. Take your little small winnings, and eventually, I promise you, you will have a big pot of gold. I got this, my buddy told me this one quote that really sticks with me. He said, don't trade to be rich, trade to maintain where you are. And in the process, you will become rich. So don't get into this thinking that you're going to trade and in a year, you're going to make a ton of money. Trade to just maintain where you are, make maybe your 1,000, 2,000, whatever, wherever you are, maybe, 100, 500 is your bracket, or 10,000 to 20,000 your bracket, whatever it is, maintain where you are. And in the process, if you're saving your money and you're following your strategy and you're being patient, those will all add up and you'll have a giant portfolio. That is the rule, man. Like, that is what I follow. I just started an experimental account with $2,500 in it. Like, I just took $2,500. I was like, screw it. I'll just throw it in here, see what I can do with it. Took $2,500, and with those rules, in 3 weeks, I turned $2,500 to $5,200, 100% return on investment. I doubled my money just by following those rules, being patient, not being greedy, and knowing when to get in and knowing when to get out. That's it. And only you can tell yourself that. You can't ask anybody else. But someone else is going to give you the wrong answer. It's all up here. You gotta know. You just gotta know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of people, they want to become millionaires overnight.
Overnight, yep.
They don't want to be patient. You need discipline, bro. In this world, definitely do. Dev,
Who would you say would be like your most influential person, or your top 3 influential people? If you can't name 3, you could just name 1.
yeah.
I'll have to probably say like Warren Buffett.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He saw so much money after he turned like 50. Like, he did all the right things he had to when he was younger, and then boom, he turns 50, turns into a he's balling, bro. He's got so much money,
and he lives so modestly,
and so modestly. And you see his interviews and stuff. It's like he's one of those people like go eat McDonald's every morning and like go get it.
I think he still lives in the same house.
House. Yeah. That's super humble, man. Like, that is super, and I think that's like something that I would aspire to be, super humble like that. I don't want to be flashing all this stuff around. Like, it's all like, it's there to help other people. I'm not trying to make it a monetary thing. I'm not trying to, pull people into something that's wrong for them.
Right.
Like one of those, you follow these rules of success, you'll get there. And it's like, if I know this and other people don't, then it's like, I have to share that to them. It's like, it's an injustice if I don't, So, yeah, man, I think that story about Warren Buffett is just, it's crazy. Like, I empower everybody to just look him up and read about him. Crazy.
Is there anything out there that people don't really know about Dev? We know the Travis Scott, love, we know stocks, we know the nightlife side, but maybe, anything else really, any other hobbies that you like to do, anything, traveling a lot, anything.
Say that again.
Anything like, as far as like, if you travel a lot, maybe been around a lot of places or anything like that.
My job tends to take me around a few places, but it's never anything that crazy yet. So I already get tired of being on a plane so much. So it's one of those things, like, when I'm home, I get to be home. So I've been working from home for my day job for like 8 months now. So even before this quarantine, it was like, shit, nothing's really changed. Like, I'm still in the house no matter what, but honestly, man, I love to like just learn stuff. So like, I'll sit here like, and especially now that I can't go out and do stuff, like, I'll just, on a Friday night, I'll just look stuff up. Like, I just love learning new things. Like, stocks was another thing that I wanted to really get deep in. So I've been looking all that stuff up. The next thing I'm really trying to learn is real estate. Like, I really want to, I want to master that. I want to get into my first real estate investment probably this year. I'm hoping, definitely the whole timeline with this and like, coronavirus and using that as like an excuse is like, it was sitting with me for a couple months, but like the last couple days, it's like, I can't let that affect me. Like this was my goal this year. I got to get it regardless. So if that means, something changes, like it is what it is, but I got to get it done. So, that's the next thing I really want to learn is like real estate stuff.
Yeah. Respect it. Yeah, man. By any means necessary.
Yeah, man.
But we're going to end it with this little segment, we've been doing on the past couple episodes. It's called Coming In Hot. Coming in hot. It's pretty much, me and Chris throw a topic at you.
Okay.
And you could just hit us with the first thing that comes to your mind, bro. It could be a one-word response or it could be, whatever. All right. So coming in hot. Right. Chris, you want to kick this off?
Yeah, you ready?
All right.
All right. Clubbing post-quarantine.
Post-quarantine, you said.
Yeah. The tough one.
That's a really tough one. Like one word.
You could do what you could do, whatever. One word, a sentence, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with.
It's lit.
There's got to be like I'm just gonna throw like because we're gonna have to social distance and wear masks and stuff. So like, there's got to be some sort of mask out there with like a flap on it. You know what I mean, or something like that's $1 million. There. Yeah. Something where you can drink. You can drink alcohol through a mask.
Wow, yo, that you just made a product. We might not have to.
That might be it, man.
You might not have to air this episode.
It's gonna be weird. It's for sure gonna be weird, but
all right,
it'll happen eventually, man.
Next one, Forex.
Forex, man. Not for me, for sure. Not for me. But hey, if it's for you, it's for you. It's just I can't get into it.
All right. My turn. Bitcoin.
I would say insurance. It's an insurance. So what I mean by that is if the financial sector and market fails, Bitcoin will go up.
Gotcha.
I say my buddy always tells me this too, is like you should put 1 to 3% of your net worth in Bitcoin, not any of those little coins, like Bitcoin. And if God forbid that area dies, that shit's shooting up.
That's it. What?
Be the next millionaire. So,
next one, Astro World.
My shit. It's it straight up.
Yeah.
I don't even have words for that, man. Like that's just go experience it.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
All right. Champagne.
Nasty. Ace of Spades.
Ooh.
That's my shit. But Dom P, gross.
All right.
Last one. The money pack.
The money pack. That might take a couple hours to figure that one out, but I think
let's get this money.
Yeah. Let's get this money, but also like let's help each other, like let's come out better. Let's be something.
That's the answer.
Let's create generational wealth. Let's make it a topic.
Yep.
That's what I'm talking. That's what it is.
The money pack. Dev, everybody. Dev, I appreciate you pulling up. Everybody be sure to follow Dev in the money pack below. His Instagram account's going to be in the caption. But yo, bro, we appreciate you spending time, man, and stopping. Yeah, man,
I appreciate y'all having me, man. I'm super grateful. I've dead ass dreamed of this, man. Like this is dope. I love it, man. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Manifesting, bro. Let's get it. Talk nice.
Talk nice.